Welcome to Pixels and Points. I am Matt Nelson,
Hello.
Media Director, and with us we
And
have
I am Susie Brown, media buyer planner extraordinaire here at Red Rock.
yes. And today we are going to talk about CRMs.
Yes, very exciting topic.
Our article today is going to be about HubSpot, but just in case you're watching, you're like, what is a CRM?
Mm-hmm.
CRM is Customer
I was like, I don't know the acronym.
Management. Customer Relations Management. It basically means, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. The big boy, which is one of the ones we're going to talk about today, is HubSpot.
Yep.
There are entire agencies centered around HubSpot and how HubSpot works. Other CRMs can vary all the way from basically ticketing platforms to lead platforms, where they center on one kind of CRM management. Another big one is kind of like constant contact. So those are ones, it's where when somebody comes into the sales funnel, whether they just visited the site or they submitted a lead, then they get input into, depending on what your sales process is. Maybe you have like a sales manager that reaches out to the person with an email or a call, and then it just gets farther down the sales funnel. If somebody doesn't respond, then they might get an email. Like that's how it's set up in like some of the lead CRMs, just the advertising CRMs. An advertising CRM like HubSpot or even Constant Contact have additional tactics, especially for retargeting and things like that. And so,
yep, it's basically, if you are in sales, you are using a CRM in some way, and it's a tool to aggregate all the different information you are getting together, putting it in one spot. So
way back in the day, it was a spreadsheet that everybody.
Exactly. It was a person that had all the information. But now it's just like everything else, right? Automated. And what we're going to talk about today is how we're bringing AI into this, and making it easier. But yeah, it's just putting everything together so you can make educated decisions and meet goals as far as your sales tactics.
And so, like any other corporation, when you start adding AI into stuff, you're going to rename things.
Yep. So, rebranding
the way they do stuff. So HubSpot has come in and they're renaming inbound customers to Unbound. So, I mean, you got to roll your eyes a little bit. I get it, but I'm like, it's very silly.
Right. But it's just their way of explaining kind of how they're changing, really just how they're looking at, the funnel, their CRM funnels.
So what they're doing here is they're using AI to give them a better, well-rounded approach to pushing people down the sales funnel. Which, people, an inbound customer, the way that they're making this sound is that HubSpot was just focusing on getting people into your business, and then it's up to you to do the rest. And I'm like, they didn't. That's not how they did it before.
Right.
That's the way they're selling it, because when they say Unbound, is that the AI is going to help you do all the sections of the marketing.
And that's a slippery slope as far as marketing is concerned, right? Because like you said, the main driver of a marketing agency is to drive that traffic, right? To get that first step. But it's what happens after that kind of makes all the difference. So I'm interested to see how this AI is going to help that process or maybe convolute it. We will see.
Yeah, you can see down here, they're rebranding the strategy to pivot to the convergence of CRM, AI, and growth strategy, revealing how every serious go-to market team will need to rethink their stack and playbook within 12 to 24 months. So this is using their data that they're already getting, and they're going to just increase the amount of touch points that maybe somebody gets. I would imagine that they're being able to retarget on an individual basis with specific creative or specific talking points. They're really involve AI, and I have seen this already across the board. So many emails that I know somebody didn't write, but it has specifics about me or what I was looking at, and it's
right. It's like the AI is making it more personal, or it's changing the creative. So you would get served an email with a dad with a happy family that's taking them camping, where I would get one that's a woman getting her nails done, right? So they're gonna cater to who they already know that you are based on all that other information they have.
We're getting one step closer to Minority Report.
Mm-hmm.
Except instead of you getting specific billboards outside with it scanning your retina, it's they know who you are online. So
by your behavior, yeah.
I would imagine that they're going to be sending out some individualized ads, just that you might see something individualized. It may not say your name, but it's definitely going to be targeted towards who you are and what you're interested in. And it's just another step. And they're using AI in the HubSpot funnel to just increase, touch points and conversations, and keep on driving people that not just into the funnel at the beginning, but every step of the journey, like bring them back, educate them more, have the encourage the customer to self-educate, to be more about this. Like it's that kind of stuff.
Very cool. So I know this is kind of a higher level conversation looking at HubSpot, and most companies that use this kind of CRM are that big budget, large company. But these kind of, I guess, tactics apply to the smaller companies too. And we were talking earlier, there's a million CRMs for everything from the most complicated to very simple. But I guess, how do you see this translating into some of the smaller things that we look at and we're using?
Well, I mean, it has to come down to the larger players are doing this kind of stuff, and it's going to trickle down so that everybody's going to be able to touch it eventually. But for some of the smaller, agencies or the smaller business owners that can't afford really to be part of HubSpot. We're talking,
because everyone has those minimums. We love
one effing computer, or you own like a few different restaurants, or even just one. You're not going to be able to do this touch point because one, it's not going to matter, because if you're a restaurant, you're trying to bring people into the restaurant and have them come back 3 times, because 3 times is the lucky number.
Exactly.
Become regular. But and this is going to help you in that way, but it's not like you're not going to really need a CRM. You have your POS system, and the POS system is the CRM management. And
exactly, that is your CRM. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it'll come down to the smaller players eventually. With AI, it's permeating everywhere. And but what is the biggest problem, Susie, we have with just everyday CRMs?
Honestly, just getting the data right to talk to each other and getting everything in the one place where we need it, right? It's all the back end.
these kind of things are nice, but with most of our clients, it's just getting the CRM, the POS system, the sales, the e-commerce system to talk to the rest of the marketing funnel, so that we can do educated retargeting, abandoned cart retargeting. So we have some data to find out who the people that are, a better idea of what your customers are, like who's coming in, who are they, who's adding to cart, and figuring out those audience types so that we can better do, initial targeting, so that we know who your audience is.
Yep.
That kind of data that's coming into your CRMs that the CRM isn't sharing well enough to my liking. That it's always been a problem, and it's always going to be a problem, and I'm hoping that AI helps a little bit with that.
But I think you're always going to need that technical expert, right, on the back end. You'll need your agency, and you'll need your agency's digital team to be able to go in and make sure things are connected. Because when one little piece of the chain breaks, it's like you need that constant IT. It's not AI, right, that can get in there and solve the problem. Yeah.
And most owners and marketing managers are too busy to deal with these smaller.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So that's why they ask us to step in, and we don't. We're talking about CRMs, and we're doing digital media over here. We do, like I just said, we're integral with that CRM. We want to be very involved with it, so that we can make sure all of our data is tracking, our data management is going to the right places, all of it's getting back to, say, Meta, to CM360, which is a trafficking platform for Google. and just to all of the other social media platforms. We're talking, Amazon, we're talking YouTube, we're talking TikTok, all of that, getting the right data back from the CRM so that as we're running, everything is working.
Yep, because the plans are so fragmented these days. It's finally right. We always talk about reach and frequency from traditional standpoint. How could you even look? But once you have all that data and you can aggregate it all together, it's like we're doing our own mini CRM for media buying, right?
When that data is working and it's all working well, like the buys work amazingly. The buys start to work better.
Yep.
Platforms are using AI. They're using algorithms to know like what people are converting, what people are engaging with your site, which people are, doing the most on your site, that doing the actions that we want. And then it'll go out within the audience that we set, and it will start, it'll auto optimize on its own to a point, and it'll just increase the actions and the results that you want. It'll make your ROI better as long as everything is connected and everything's working. And
it's a circuit. You got to have all the lights on.
Yeah. So I hope this HubSpot thing works well. We have a couple clients that use HubSpot, so we're going to keep an eye on it.
Definitely.
And we'll update everybody as we see it trickle down to some of the other CRMs and seeing how other CRMs are adapting to this AI world and how they're integrating it. So
sounds great.
For me.
Yep. We'll see you guys next time with another episode of Pixels and Points.
Thank you.